Alright, this is day 6, Ruby's post-op. Here's her tree of drugs, or I should say one tree, and there's the laptop so that they can look up all the new orders and various levels of all the meds that they need. Back there you'll find, well, they took one of the sensors off, but it would be the cerebral and renal saturations.
The red one is the cerebral and the green one is the...
Normally you'd be right, but every few hours they take off the renal one. So you're seeing this.
Oh yeah, I don't
the cerebral. Right. Just to give it some air. Back there, ventilator and monitor. You might be able to see, it's very tiny, but they're starting to wean the nitric oxide, and that's one of the steps that needs to take place before we take her off the vent. And I don't really think she likes the vent at all. She's been getting more and more agitated as time goes on. And some of the other things that have taken place, chest is closed, obviously. In order to do that, our surgeon wanted to remove her previous GJ tube, which caused a big ruckus and caused us to have another care conference to determine a plan for getting another tube in her. So what they did today was placed a different type of Mickey G tube. So it has different ports on it. Here's a G. It's kind of similar to our old tube in that the J would be connected through this line and the G side would drain here, and this controls a balloon. Our other one did not have a balloon. It had a firm umbrella on the inside to prevent it from pulling out. And I do not believe that this tube will be used permanently. It's just there to vent her stomach for now. One of our arterial lines was removed right outside the left atrium, which measured her LA pressure. The line that measures her CVP is still in, and you can see her chest tubes. Those will remain in for a while as long as she continues to lose a little bit of blood. She's got a lot of med lines going in through her PICC line, and they're all kind of funneled through these little adapters, because you're not going to have 50 holes in the baby. You're only going to have a few that you can use, and they all have to share the same lines. Another requirement to getting her off the vent is to get her off of some of this fentanyl and milrinone. We need to have something else on standby to alleviate pain for her. That's not going to be a respiratory depressant. In some other good news is that she's starting to, as you can see, breathe more on her own. The vent is taller bumps, and Ruby breathing is these shorter bumps. So there's more shorter bumps. It's not quite enough for the vent to be turned off yet either. So other than that, we're just waiting it out, hoping it stays a little boring in the CICU. We don't want it. But one of the problems we've got is her 38.9 Celsius fever, which is close to 102, but not quite 102 at this point. Saturations have dropped a little bit on average, and the heart rate is better to what we're looking for, and that blood pressure we want to keep the same. CVP is good. That to stay the same as we wean the vent, and CO2 looks fine. So that is Ruby in a nutshell, and we're hoping to have some progress later. Thanks.